Don't follow trends, follow your heart.
Hi there and welcome to this week's astrological report. I'm your astrologer Maria Hjelmborg and I'm sitting here in the car because it's raining in Denmark near the beach of Esbjerg. This is the weekly astrology report for the week that starts on the 13th and ends on the 20th of January 2020. It's also a pretty intense week, and how was your last week? I hope you survived it and with a positive feeling inside, even though the aspects have been pretty hardcore. The video that I will play during this week is with fog, as you can see here in the background, but also with sun. Sunlight at the end. We have to remember that even though things look hard sometimes, the sun will always rise again. So that's why I kept it divided into different sections. So welcome to the report. We will first see the week for all of us, and then collectively, and then for the nerds. And this week I will not make all 12 signs. It's not physically possible. I am overworked in a sense that I cannot even describe on all levels. So I cannot, there's no time for it, I'm sorry.
Note this. You have to note that when I mention a time, it is Danish time. So you have to find out what you have to subtract or add in regards to Denmark. If you're living in Japan, for example, you have to plus 8 hours right now. It used to be 7. It depends on at what time of year. And if you are in Mexico City, you subtract 7 hours. If you have any question related to your sign or ascendant, for example, you can always log into YouTube and ask me these questions in the comment section below. How was last week for you? Do you feel a change? Let's go directly into the days of the week. Monday the 13th. There's full speed on yesterday's and this week's theme again today. As you can hear, Happy the dog is breathing heavily and yawning. And this in a sensitive way, but at the same time in an incredibly engaged and way with this power, this raw power and determination to be able to see it all through. The day can start with a potential drama, and during the afternoon go more over into how it can all be solved. So around 8 o'clock tonight, we are changing the way in which we relate to each other, and the values are going to be with more emphasis on the feelings, and we're going to be more dreamy and take time to meditate and go into the more spiritual layers of the consciousness. And we'll be more loving and altruistic in relationship with each other during the next month or so, maybe 3 weeks. The last month we have been putting emphasis upon liberating ourselves, and now love is really floating more freely after this round in the boxing ring or through the meat grinder, whatever you want to call it. Romantic attitudes and moods and love before anything else is definitely there, but still at the same time in the cocktail of a lot of control and dominance due to all the things in Capricorn. So that's going to be running in two different layers of our consciousness right now and in the world. We're starting to note that it's not only within ourselves that a revolution has happened. The transformation of society is also starting to show its revolutionary tendencies. Tuesday the 14th. Well, the energies from Monday and the week before are still there, and we're trying to understand everything in a practical manner and get a hold of the situation in the details. As well. So we are gonna feel like helping others also with practical solutions and details, and we are working more. And Wednesday the 15th, early mornings start with that things are finding the right places in a practical way more than anything, and this is Happy, the dog that's making noises. And during the afternoon we're gonna be less deep work oriented and more social. Want to see people we can talk with. So maybe that's just about talking with people that are involved in the shift that you have been going through, and try to see the situation from more angles, also from the angle of other people's, or from the perspective of other people. Thursday the 16th. Well, in regards to our love life, we are feeling the need for a revolution, or maybe just an innovation of some kind, actually. More an innovation just on these days. We want something else to happen than what we usually do, and the need to break free in a positive way from the usual is really now waving with the flag. So do something else than you guys usually do, and enjoy it. Communication and interest-wise is offering something new during the next 3 weeks. Maybe you'll be having more genius ideas like epiphanies and stuff. But also there's a tendency of being stubborn when it comes to your opinion and what you think is right and how you think, etc. So flexibility is really going to pay off in dialogues and the ways that you think. We can come much further in our visions for the future and solve technical difficulties as well during this time, especially if we listen to other people. Friday the 17th. Starting to be a little difficult to find common ground in spite of the intention that started yesterday of this realization of certain things regarding reality that we really have been getting in our faces a lot is once again on the plate. So the feeling of a blockage is there again, and someone might be using a power to get their will through. During the evening, many of us have had it with being Mr. Good Guy, and now it's being made really clear what it is that we want and what do not want to do. So there's a turn. We are expecting a turn hereafter, maybe a sudden revolution of some kind, or revolt. Saturday the 18th. So now there's really got a lot going on in our head. We're starting to think out of the box, a lot of ideas, and sudden radical shifts in opinions, plus a need to express your opinions like straight from the back, impulsively and suddenly, maybe even with shocking content for some, is there. So communication today can be edgy, so have a special attention around your communication, but also while driving in a car. Not only you, but also note other drivers, because it's a bad idea to do sudden turnovers or something like that today. And emotionally, you are really digging deep into your soul. Sunday the 19th. The last day of this week, and I just have to tell you that from Monday to Sunday this week, the already very known theme from last week is running, and that's what it's gonna do next week also. Today you're gonna feel solutions appear from your inner world that you've been having a great deal of focus upon during the last couple of days, the inner world. So generally this week, it's about reaching your own core. Your feelings are the truth, not something from a book or from the outside. It's a false sense of security to seek recognition outside of ourselves. We can try to let go of the judgmental approach and understand why people do like they do before you judge. Is it unconscious reasons that are making them act like they do? Maybe their past, maybe it's you. That this is about your own ways of being. Compassion and forgiveness are giving freedom and peace and love. It's Rahu in Cancer and more South Nodes in Cancer. Maybe you're gonna think that people are egoists, but if you really look into it, it might be that the intention was love. So remember that the consciousness that has been creating this globe that we are living upon is very intelligent. So try to trust the processes that are going on, that they're going to bring the real, the right stuff with it. Imagine that you have a lot of umbrellas in an umbrella box or umbrella, kind of like a vase that you have your flowers in, but just for umbrellas instead. And all of these umbrellas are your different things that are going on in your life, like maybe some challenges, some good stuff, some ordinary stuff, some work-related stuff, some relationship stuff, etc. Amongst those umbrellas, there are some umbrellas that are just the most sweet and joyful things in your life that they stand for. So try to imagine that if you focus upon the umbrella that's the thing that gives you joy in your life. Maybe, like for me, it could be, for example, Happy, my dog, the golden retriever puppy, big puppy now, big boy. He's really making me happy, and his name is Happy. And if I focus upon him, all the other umbrellas, also the problematic ones, will get infected by the mode and the mood and the energy and the vibe of the attention that you give to what makes you happy. So try to focus upon the umbrella that makes you happy in your life. It will attract more goodness. It will affect the others and make them turn around towards the positive. Follow your heart. Sentence of the week. It is not danger that comes when defenses are laid down. It is safety, peace, and joy. It is not danger that comes when defenses are laid down. It is safety, peace, and joy. Surrender. Planet positions: a huge stellium in Capricorn, Saturn, Pluto, Mercury, Sun, Jupiter, Ketu, Rahu in Cancer. Then the moon goes from Leo through Virgo, Libra, and ends in Scorpio. Of course, we have Mars in Sag and Venus in Pisces, going into Pisces Monday. For the nerds, Monday the 13th, the moon is going into Virgo around 3 o'clock. Around 7:45 p.m., Venus is going into Pisces. Tuesday, the moon is still in Virgo. Wednesday the 15th, the moon is trining the big Sunday aspect from last week, early morning. The moon is going into Libra during the afternoon. Thursday the 16th, Mercury is going into Aquarius. Venus is sextiling Uranus. Friday the 17th, the moon is going into Scorpio at 7:20 p.m. Moon Uranus opposition just before midnight. Saturday the 18th, Mercury is squaring Uranus. Sunday the 19th, the moon is going into Sagittarius just before midnight. There is